Okay, it's time to get started. We don't want to reward the people for being late. We want to reward the people who took time out of their busy days to show up on time. This is the HSCC global call tonight or this afternoon, depending on where you may be. We are fortunate to have the CEO, Rob Singh, with us, and he's going to open the presentation and share a bit about the company, a bit about himself, and his vision and views of why he started all this. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our CEO, Rob Singh. Go ahead, Rob.
Thank you very much, Dan, and it's absolutely wonderful to be here. Good afternoon from a very sunny United Kingdom today, and thank you for the opportunity today for Dan and I to present the business plan. We are a growing community, so looking forward to this. Dan, shall we get things moving? Fantastic. So look, as most of you already know, through the growing community now, that I have been in this market for quite some time and developed HSCC over the past 13 months. We're a proven company with proven strategies. Now, HSCC, now what is HSCC? What does it represent? Well, HSCC is much more than just an investment. It really is, it's a lifestyle, it's a community for its members, with quarterly gatherings that will be taking place globally now that we are up and running, for all of our clients to have the opportunity to network, to learn more about our plans, our vision, and our growth, of course. I have been in business for over a decade. Some might still call me a spring chicken, but certainly I've had some very good achievements within that time, which has led me to being and establishing HSCC as the founder and CEO. HSCC was initially funded by the medical professionals that I worked with, private investors that have backed me, that have been with me for the best part of a decade, and believed in my vision to create this particular institution lifestyle platform. So the trading platform really allows HSCC, the platform for HSCC allows the clients the opportunity to earn weekly passive income by investing in the very profitable Bitcoin crypto market. Thank you, Dan. HSCC is committed, our vision, we are really committed with regards to creating an environment where those, even without a lot of knowledge and experience, can still, come on board without the lack of understanding, or even, without hundreds and thousands of dollars within their savings banks or pockets. They can come on board relatively low without the experience and still gain and earn from market price, differentials. So, with all the tactics that we have, with the way that we work, the different styles of trading through arbitrage, even if you don't understand it, even if you don't have the knowledge or even a high amounts of funding, you can still come on board with us. That really is a vision to make it accessible for everyone. I started this with the idea of really revolutionizing the arbitrage, the crypto arbitrage space, across the globe. That really was the foundation and the base, inspiration for me to set this up. And with that, and the way that we're moving forward, we do it, plan to establish an office in all of the major continents across the globe, and managing within at least a year, let's be pragmatic and say within 24 months, at least $100 million in funds. Again, a bit more about myself. Probably, obviously, why is it I go through this? I do have over a decade, 12 years of experience, coming up to 13 now, pretty much 13 years, working in the alternative assets industry. So essentially, just sort of going off the cuff here, my experience has been to build financial products, private equity, working in alternative instruments that are non-correlated to your traditional markets like stocks and shares, creating products that have allowed clients to diversify and earn extra income by offering them an alternative portfolio investment strategy. That's really how I built my name over the past decade, and that really was the catalyst and the basis for me setting up HSCC. I do come with a good reputation, and I put my face out there every single day. I meet my clients, my investors, my communities, sit down, shake hands, have dinner with them, have lunch with them. That's what I've been doing for the best part of 10 years. And that's why my face is recognized. And hence that is why we set up HSCC to go international, because we have a really strong team, including obviously my experience in relation to this. What is my key experience? Well, first and foremost, it really will be entrepreneurship, even though that's second in the bullet points there. Then I would say market knowledge, and of course, obviously arbitrage trading. What you will find out with regards to arbitrage trading is that we have a very strong team behind us that actually have the expertise as well. My vision, again, my overall vision. What is my overall vision for HSCC? What do I want to achieve? Well, I'm really, my ideology, excuse me, if you want to call it that, is to really democratize this arbitrage space, to take away the power that is initially held by the major financial institutions or those, in the particular game at a higher level, and taking it away and bringing it in the back of, in the hands of ordinary people. So in layman terms, I want to, and I say we because we're a big institution, we want to bring this opportunity to the wider audience so that you can also benefit and capitalize from this particular industry. The concepts are very simple yet very powerful, and we believe that everybody should be able to tap into this to earn from arbitrage trading, enjoying at the same time minimal exposure because we handle everything, which Dan will explain, but also more importantly, maximizing your returns. And finally, before I hand it over to Dan, here is just some of the key members in the senior management department, led obviously by myself, Rav Singh, your CEO, Daniel Schwartz, our CMO, absolutely super. We're really lucky to have him on board. Brilliant and very knowledgeable. He's been in the industry since 1982, and he's one of the major reasons why we are pushing forward the way we are. And then we have our senior Naresh Kashyap. He's also part of the senior management team. He's the coordinator of Asia and Southeast Asia, and also a very prominent figure behind the scenes as well. And with that, guys, that's a bit more about myself and about the vision and the key players. I will pass you over to Dan. It's a pleasure to be here. Dan, I'll let you crack on and go through the actual business plan with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rob. It's not every day, every time we get the CEO on, so we take advantage of every time we can. So Rob's covered the company, why it was set up, who it's for, what the vision is, who the senior team is. Now let's dive into the rest. Crypto arbitrage. For those of you that don't know what it is, it's very simply taking advantage of price differences in the market. If I had an exchange in Asia and Rob is sitting in London right now, he had one in the UK, the price of Bitcoin was $200 higher on his exchange than my exchange, then the system of arbitrage figures that out and says, I better buy where Dan is, and I better sell where Rob is, and I can make $200 a Bitcoin. That, in a nutshell, is what crypto arbitrage is. We have set up a system run by software, managed by traders, to enable us to identify these price differences and then take advantage of them. So we'll go into a little more detail. What has to arbitrage something, you need to be able to find the pricing differences. You also need to be set up where those differences are. That's why someone like me by myself or anybody all by themselves would be very, very difficult, because you need accounts in all these places, and you need crypto and USDT or fiat or money also in all these places so that you can take advantage of the price difference. So giving a more real world example, Coinbase, big US exchange, Kraken is a Canadian exchange. If the price of Bitcoin was 35,000 pounds, we hope it gets back there soon, on Coinbase, and was 35,200 on Kraken, all you got to do, buy on Coinbase, sell on Kraken. That's all you have to do. That's it. Or if you have crypto on Kraken, if you have Bitcoin, sell all that's on Kraken. So then you wind up with cash and keep whatever you have elsewhere because it was cheaper. So that way, taking advantage of that 200-pound price difference just made us 200 pounds per Bitcoin traded. That's all it is. Now, here's the cool thing about it. When you're trading, you're not relying on the prices to go up. We're not saying, oh, I looked at this chart and I think Bitcoin's been doing this and it's going to keep going up. So let's buy Bitcoin now and sell some later when it goes up. Because if you guess wrong, no trade is perfect. No system is perfect when it comes to technical trading. It might not go up. So you might get stuck holding it. Whereas crypto arbitrage sees the price difference, executes the trade virtually immediately. And going in, you're going to make approximately, in this case, 200 pounds. Now let's talk about some types of crypto arbitrage. I gave it to you in basic form. One cool one is triangular arbitrage. That takes place on the exact same exchange. And I'll explain in a second a little more detail. But what you're doing is on the single exchange, which means it's super fast because you don't have to move anything anywhere. And no crypto actually moves anywhere. It's just book entries at the exchange. But what it is the software recognizes if I sell Bitcoin for Ethereum, I get 32,000. If I take the amount of Ethereum I got for that Bitcoin and sell it for Solana, I get 32,200 for that amount of Ethereum. And then if I buy back Bitcoin, I sell the Solana, I get $32,500 worth of Bitcoin for it. So I started with 32,000 in Bitcoin. And when I executed these three trades at the end, I had 32,500. The beauty of that is it's super fast. It's all in the same exchange. Another kind of arbitrage is decentralized arbitrage. I've been talking about centralized exchanges, Coinbase and Kraken and Binance and places. Decentralized exchanges, which is software, are also known as automated market makers. Same thing. It's just another price. Bitcoin versus Ethereum on that exchange has a price, no different than Bitcoin, Ethereum versus USDT on any of the other exchanges. But again, we have the accounts, we have the funds, and we have the software to detect those differences and then take advantage of them. Cross exchange is what I just talked about, Coinbase versus Kraken versus Binance. It's just buy low, effectively, buy it for a low price or lower price on exchange one, sell it for on exchange two. These are some more detailed ones: statistical arbitrage with automated bots. Spatial arbitrage is cross-exchange arbitrage, but the software just detects, when you have time differences, when everybody in America is just waking up, it's nighttime or afternoon time on the other side of the world. So there are imbalances during various times of the day, just based on the sheer volume of people that are awake and trading. So there are going to be differences just because of that. So again, the software can detect this and we can take advantage of it. We think crypto arbitrage trading is the best form and the lowest risk. As I've been describing, we see price differences. We know when we go to the trade that it costs less here and you can sell it for more here. There is some risk of slippage because it takes some time if you're going across exchanges, especially if we have to move crypto. You have the blockchain and things like that. So there is some risk that you don't get as much profit as you expected because of the time it took, minus the transaction fees. But you know approximately how much you're going to get. And it's only if something weird happens would you get maybe less than you thought. So that is key. That is really key to our strategy, low risk trading. Let's talk about the crypto market. So we talk about we can make money on these price differences. What's happening in the world of crypto? We see huge growth in the crypto markets, people moving, governments moving, central banks moving, everything's moving to the blockchain. kind of like, the internet 20 years ago, where still relatively early days, but it's moving. And according to experts, they're expecting a tripling of the market between now and 2030. It could triple faster. Doesn't take too much. The really good cryptos, limited supply, increasing demand will just serve to raise the market. So what's it mean to you watching? If you're a guest, now is a great time to get involved, even at the smallest of levels. Dip your toe in before it's too late. Why us? Some of the reasons that we believe we are a top opportunity for everybody. State-of-the-art tech, all built in to enable us to take advantage of these price differences. Guaranteed returns. You buy your package, you get paid. High profits, we believe they're high, but not overtly high in the sense that they're not sustainable. They're excellent. And of course, in the comp plan, people can make really high profits on their efforts. 100% transparent. You have access to myself and the CEO, and you'll see others. So, and we have a website that we will make fully live where you'll be able to see the trading results, which is what everyone wants to see. And from the member perspective, this is all fully automated. You don't have to do the trading. As I said in the transparency, live trading reports. The site hscctrading.live will provide real-time live reports that everybody can see. Where's the money? What's the deposits? What's in trade? How much is being earned? All that will be visible. That's really important from our perspective. That is really important to have that information available to everybody. Now, we're going to get into the interesting part. If you haven't seen this, hold on one second. There we go. This is the part that's interesting, I think. We talked about the company, we talked about the vision, we talked about how we earn money in terms of how we can deliver to all of the members. Now let's talk about how you can get involved. What levels can you come in at? We have 4 plans: standard, pro, advanced, and HSCC VIP. We have something for everyone. So if you don't have as much money, you're just getting started, you might have plenty of money, but you're not used to this. You've never done it. You never heard of crypto before. Great. Come in at the standard plan. You can start at $50, $50 to $4,999. Whatever you put in, whatever you buy as your package, anywhere between $50 and $4,999, you'll earn 0.7% per day. If you have a little bit more disposable income that you can put into crypto, you might come into the pro level that's at $5,000 up to $9,999. Put in a slightly bigger package, you get 0.8% per day. For those that have more money, 10,000 to 20, a little bit less than 25,000, they can come in advanced at 0.9%. And for the people that have substantial amounts of money, substantial experience, this is not new to them. You can come in as a VIP at a $25,000 minimum, earning 1% per day. All of these pay out a number of days until you have earned 210%. So if you're in standard, it pays out for 300 days, 0.7 times 300 is 210%. Pros for 263 days, advanced for 234 days, and VIPs pay out for 210 days. That's the trading profits that you get on your package based on the trading that is being done. Next, there are 3 ways you can earn money referring other people. Everybody who has an active package will earn 5% of whatever the amount somebody they personally introduce decides to put into a package. So if Rob introduced me and I put in $10,000, he would get 5% or $500. If I put in $20,000, he'd get 1,000. If doesn't matter what he came in at, whomever enrolls the person gets 5% of whatever they put in. So that's pretty good. Just share with your friends, share your results and earn a little bit of money. 5% commission is not bad. It gets more interesting and significantly more income comes in when we get to the binary, which pays out up to 30%. I'll cover that on the next slide. And then we have the HSCC bonus that pays out up to 10%. And I'll cover that in detail in a second. So let's talk about the binary. Excuse me. Binary means two. So here you are. Here's one side, we'll call left side and right side. This is my right hand. This is my left hand. When you start, you have no volume. So up to 10, a little bit less than 10 grand. What you get is 10% commission on the lesser side. So for example, I started building a team and I wound up with 5,000 on my left and 10,000 and 9,000 in business on my right. 5,000 is less than 9,000. So I would get paid 10% of $5,000 that I brought in through my entire business that day. So I'd get $500 commission. When I break $10,000, it goes up to 11%. When I break $100,000, it goes up to 12%. Now you earn it, so it's booked, and then it is credited to you in terms of withdrawable income at 2% a day for 50 days. So if you earn $500 today, then every day for 50 days, $10 would be accessible to you. And I'll explain why in a little while. Now, the next tier, the next grouping, when you hit 500,000 in business each side, you get a raise to 13%, 2.5 million aside, 14%, 7.5 million aside, 15%. The more business that your whole team is building under you with your help, the bigger it gets, the more commission you earn on the next amount that comes in. So when you break 2.5 million, for everything that comes in after that, you're making 14% of the lesser leg. This is paid out 1% a day for 100 days. So if I made $1,000 today, that'd be $10 a day for 100 days. Now, when you build a substantial business, you hit 15 million, you're getting 20%, 30 million, 25%, 50 million and above, 30%. And that's paid out over 200 days at 0.5% a day. Now, you might be wondering, well, I earned 500 today. Why don't I get all my 500? Everybody cares about a couple of things. One, everybody wants to get paid. I've been in your shoes. We all want to get paid. Secondly, though, you do all this hard work. You want to continue to get paid for a long time. So all of these things, and we'll cover some more in a minute, are set up to ensure the longevity of the program. We pick crypto arbitrage trading, which is low risk. We pay out the binary in this fashion, so we keep more funds in trade, so we don't have to use any kind of risky trading to make the necessary returns, to pay everybody's commission, to pay the operating costs, to pay the daily returns, and to make some profit for the company too. So that's why it's set up this way. So we'll go to the next bonus. We talk about the HSCC bonus. This is a matching bonus. And how do you get it? First step, personally enroll 10 or more people. As soon as you hit 10 people, you're going to make 5% of their direct income and their binary income of all the people you personally. So if you enroll me and I made $1,000 today, you would get 5% of that, or $50. because I earned $1,000 in my binary, in my direct referrals. So I get 1,000, you get 50. But if everybody that you personally enrolled had earned 1,000 today, you'd make $500. That's not bad. Now it gets more interesting. You keep working hard, you keep sharing, and you keep bringing more people in personally. So now you're at 20. Now you get a raise to 7%, and it's 7% of 20 people. So that's like the equivalent of a full income of 1.4 people. Then you keep working. Some people will do this fast, some people will do this slow. It doesn't matter, just do it. You get 50 direct enrollments or more. Now you're making 10%. This is where significant wealth is going to be generated, because 50 personals, 10% of that's the equivalent of 5 full-time incomes from binary and direct referrals. That is huge. So now let's talk some key points. One, the 0.7% to 1% daily returns are Mondays through Friday, not paid on Saturdays and Sundays. Next one that's important, when you buy a package, you can earn 10 times however much that package costs. If you come in at $1,000, then when you earn $10,000 through a combination of the comp plan and your daily returns, you will need to buy a new package. Direct income, the 5%, credited instantly, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's just going to go right into your wallet. The binary income we covered. And again, your binaries earned every day, 7 days a week. The binary capping, in other words, how much you can earn on a daily basis in your binary commission, equals your package amount, and $25,000 is the max. So if a VIP comes in, they can earn $25,000 a day. Withdrawals are Mondays. That's a good one. When you're going to be able to take your money out every Monday and will be processed within 24 hours with a $10 minimum. Next, when you hit your packages hit maturity or you get capped and you earn the max, you need to get in with your new package, top up again within 48 hours, or else you will lose the volume that is in your account. 10% withdrawal fee on all withdrawals. That's an admin fee that covers blockchain costs, that covers people costs. That is one of the ways we as a company cover our costs. Here's a big one though, no internal transfer fee. If I have money in my wallet and I have someone I'm signing up who doesn't have any crypto and they want to sign up immediately, I can just sign them up, transfer from my wallet into their account, and then I can settle with them however I settle with them in whatever currency they can give to me to pay me back for me putting in the money for them. But no fee. And it's easy to go faster. Or, if you want to have a big meeting and you have a bunch of your leaders, you could transfer to them so that they can individually sign up people using those funds. When you reinvest, 50% of the amount has to come from your fund wallet. If you're inactive, you don't earn income. And this is the big one. You earn 7% a day, 0.7% per day to 1% per day until you earn 210%. That is all earning or profit. At the end of the term, 300 days down to 210 days, 100% of whatever you put in comes back to you. So if you put in $5,000, you earn your 210%, and then on day 263, you get your $5,000 back. So this way, the amounts of the earnings are truly earnings, and you're getting your return of capital at the end. I like this chart. This is the user flow of how to participate in HSCC. We like to call it how you start making profits in 5 easy steps. Step 1, anybody who's a guest, you're taking step 1 right now, which is learning more. And then to finish step 1, register yourself and get your unique ID to access your account. Then figure out where you want to join, at what level, whatever level is comfortable for you. Just do it. Pick one, $50. That's okay. Dip your toe in the water. 500 if that's no big deal for you financially. Go with what works for you and pick what you want. Make your deposit, and then you start earning benefits according to whatever you selected. Then the funds get credited to your wallet every day. And if you're in the comp plan and you're referring people, those funds get credited. And then on Mondays, make your withdrawals. And now you are happily enjoying the benefits of crypto arbitrage trading. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, next slide. And I also see, let me shout out a few people that I see in the room, because there's a whole bunch of you that I know. I want to say hi to Harish. I've talked to him many times on the phone. He's in here, and glad to see him and his team. And I hope he has some prospects on the call. Let's see any other people I know. Oh, there's so many in here. I could be talking to BD Boss, Benjamin, many people. So I just wanted to say to everybody who brought guests, thank you. And to the guests, to any of the guests that are here, thank you for taking the time out of your Sunday to listen to this. Now, let's talk about results. Rob mentioned the company was set up about a year ago. So we had some clients, the private clients that he had. This is before my involvement. And Spencer said he recommends anybody interested in arbitrage trading, give us a try. He's done it many times. He liked it, and he highly recommends it. Benjamin, he was introduced by another colleague. He's really happy. He started right near the beginning when trading started with 20,000, and he's made money. We hope to add more and more happy members talking about their experiences. Payment partners. We take 7 different cryptos in and can pay out in 7 different cryptos. The reason we do this, everybody has their own preferences, and everybody also has easy access to some and maybe not so easy access to others. You might have a bunch of Bitcoin sitting around when you get introduced to this. He's like, oh, okay, I'll take some Bitcoin. Or you're like, oh, I like USDT because I want to put in $500, and that's approximately, it's an easy way to figure out it's basically $500. Or I have Tron, and Tron's network's really fast and really cheap. Or I have a bunch of Litecoin, or easy to get Litecoin, same thing, fast network. Or I like Ethereum, which is fine. Or I bought myself a bunch of Dogecoin when it was really cheap. So now I'm making a profit. So I'll sell some of my Dogecoin effectively by buying my package. Totally up to you, whatever works for you. We have these choices, and they're there for a reason. Roadmap. I'm not going to go through this in great detail, other than to say a couple of things about it. One, we have a plan, and it goes through 2028. So the management and the tech team have been thinking about the kinds of things we're doing and going to do to deliver on this lifestyle community and more benefits for all of the members. So back in 2022, development started, team, business operations late in the year. This year in 2023, the beta testing was completed. April, we officially launched, and then launched in a really big way in May. And then we're starting a number of different system developments this year. Discount, trade, lifestyle, and travel are all going to be kicked off later this year. January, we're going to have a New Year celebration with top leaders. Oh, hold on, back up. 2025, rest of 2024, sorry, HSCC discount launches, big international event in Thailand in April, growing to 1 million members, getting to 500 million in revenue, launch of HSCC travel in November of 2025, and then more and more new things launched and more expansion plan, 25, 26, celebrations, more products, new technology, all the way through to 2028. Now, what I'll say about development, this is the plan. As the community evolves, plans may change based on the requirements of the members, but we have thought of all the things that we can be doing and have mapped them out based on how fast we think things are going to go. I'll answer questions at the end. I'll probably have time for a couple of questions. When you talk about roadmap and development, this is imminent. Everybody likes to use their mobile phone. You love to use your phone to recruit, to follow, to work, to see what's going on. So everybody's waiting, and we're going to be coming out in the not too distant future with the HSCC mobile app. So just stay tuned and you will get the details. Finally, we're headquartered in UK. The company's a UK company. Rob's in the UK. He's UK. He's from the UK. If you just listen to him, it's quite obvious. We have the office there, support phone numbers, email, website, all of the social media. And let me just add a couple of points, and then we'll let Rob say a couple of things, and we'll open it up to a couple of questions. First thing, this is headquarters. The company and Rob made the decision that wherever we have leadership, wherever we have teams, we are going to open offices. People like to go to offices. So offices will be in all the major countries that we're operating to support all of the leaders, to support all of the community. Another thing we have coming up in the next about 6 weeks, it'll be announced shortly. We're going to have a big leadership event in Dubai. So the qualifications will be announced soon. So everybody just start your engines, get ready to roll, and figure out how can you qualify to get to Dubai with the management, with the leadership, and everybody who can get there will be blown away, and their belief will go up and their businesses will explode. So we have that coming too. So with that, I want to stop sharing my screen and see everybody's smiling faces. There comes a bunch of people. Hold on. Let's change. Yeah, there's the gallery view. Not everybody has videos on. That's okay. We have Rob back. Rob, a few words from you, and then I'll check and see that we have any questions that we should answer, or some people we want to call upon. So go ahead, Rob, briefly.
Sure, Dan. Thank you very much for that. Very, yeah, that was a brilliant presentation. So thanks for that once again. A couple of questions have come my way as well in relation to how sustainable is this particular project and how long will it run for? Well, a lot of those questions should have been really answered by Dan if he was paying attention. We have a roadmap, which means we have a vision to be here for the next 5 years at least. The way that we present our business plan and the way that we pay out the commissions and the bonuses, it's all done in a way that allows us to be long-term structured. So you don't really have to worry right now about the future of the company. We're just getting started. We're moving forward. We are expanding into various different countries and continents. Yesterday, we actually officially opened up in Africa, and some of those team leaders are here today as well. Thank you guys for making it. Olatan and his crew from Nigeria, which is brilliant. Really enjoyed that event. That was fantastic. So, we're slowly penetrating various different international zones. We're going into Southeast Asia. Well, we are in Southeast Asia. We're going into other parts of Europe, North America as well, and here in the UK. And, it's going to be a really exciting journey. I mean, that's really what I want to echo, to be completely fair, from what Dan has said. Now is the time to start building. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm an advocate of that word. I believe in that. Greatness takes time, but we've worked really hard to build this. Yes, it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of patience and perseverance. Even with the initial launch on the 10th of April, you guys had to wait a further couple of weeks. We understand that. I understand that. But this is a long-term, jigsaw puzzle, and we are really building the components, and it's going to be an absolutely brilliant journey for all of you guys that will join us here moving forward. So now is the time. Now is the time. We've really started having our payouts. We've had another payout just gone. We've got another payout coming out next week, Monday/Tuesday, and you will see momentum being built. Now is the time to jump on board. Now it's time to, you know, get involved in the journey and to really start creating your business. You know, it's an opportunity for you to be, you know, top class entrepreneurs to create your business and really capitalize from this. So let's get moving, let's get working. Time will tell. We want to be one of the best companies, if not the best company in this market for the next, you know, 12 to 24 months. And as the roadmap suggests, you know, we've got a lot of plans in place, Dan. So I'll let you crack on and go through the questions. But it's an absolute privilege, and I'm really happy to be here as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I'm actually not really, we don't really have any questions, but I'll call on a couple of leaders to say a couple of words just for a second. Harish, are you here? Go ahead, unmute yourself and say hello and share for about 30 seconds max. And then Olaton, since you had an event yesterday, I would like you to talk next. Go ahead, Harish. You have to unmute yourself. There he is.
Thank you, Mr. Dan. And it's a pleasure to have our CEO, Mr. Rap Singh, in the meeting. So this actually itself shows that how much the company is transparent towards the community. What I feel is that we have to build this HSCC community like a banyan tree. A banyan tree is the only tree that never gets subsides even in cyclones. It gives a shelter to lots of people. So let us consider ourselves to be a part of this banyan tree, and let us build this community very stronger, because the concept is very, very clear. Even a class 5 student can easily understand what we are trying to give to people. That is the most important thing. We have clarity over here. We have all the technical equipments that is required in today's generation, and we have the best standards of marketing tools that can leave no stone unturned in this industry, sir. We from India, sir, we welcome you, sir, and we actually thank you for giving us such a wonderful opportunity, sir. The Indian community and the Indian market will definitely ensure that it is leaving no stone unturned in the development of the HSCC community, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Harish, and thanks for your efforts. Olaton, are you back? I saw what you got. You got your shirt. Go ahead, unmute yourself. You're muted. There you go.
Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. I sincerely want to thank the management of HSCC. I want to thank my CEO, Mr. Rustin. I want to thank my CMO for what you guys did for African team yesterday, especially here in Nigeria. As you can see, everything about us right now is HSCC. Now, I want to thank my team leader, the G12 in the house. I want to thank my team. I can see some of them. The global team from Germany. I can see from Italy. You are all here from South Africa. Thank you very much for taking and accept HSCC. Now, for the sake of those who are listening to us, I want to ask 2 questions. I know about it, but I want to ask on behalf of our listeners before I round it up with a kind of message about HSCC, what we discover and why we pick HSCC among all the projects in the market. If I deposit with Bitcoin, can I make my withdrawal with Tron? Is it possible?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That is another advantage. One of the reasons why we pick HSCC, because what you are actually doing, you are trading. When you are about to fund, look at the crypto that is done. Probably that time, Tron is -3. You can use Tron to fund. By the time you want to withdraw, you withdraw in Bitcoin. What you are doing, you are using HSCC platform to actually trade. That is exactly what you are doing. Now, another question I want to ask for the clarity of those who are listening is that the internet transfer. Now, if I use the internet transfer, is there any charges? One, and how much dollar? What is the minimum internet transfer I can do?
Okay, you can transfer internally, and there's no fees for internal transfers at all. And the minimum transfer is $5. I don't know why anybody would transfer $5, but you can transfer $5. I just want to say thanks. We don't have time for everybody to talk, unfortunately. Just one last word, Olaton, and then Rio has been waiting, so we'll have one more question we'll allow from Rio, because we're running out of time here. Real quick,
Okay.
Olaton.
Thank you very much. I just are because of others. What I want to tell you guys that are listening to me, that HSCC, it is not a posting scheme. Either the market goes up or goes down, the HSCC will trade for you and still make you profit. There is no company right now that is giving sustainable binary bonus. You get your binary bonus, you take it for longer period. It allows the company to stay longer, and that is one of the strongest points. HSCC will last longer and will deliver for us. Let's go out there and share the good news. Let's work out there and make sure we join leaders event that is coming. Build your team before others build the team. Be the one that build the team, so that together we can have.
Oh, his internet must be having a problem. That's it for the questions. We have some more. Ask your upline leaders, and we will be back. There's going to be calls, just so everybody knows. We'll have global calls regularly, and all the leaders, we've been doing calls whenever you have teams, whenever you have members, whenever you have people that you want us to talk to, we're available for you to assist everybody to understand exactly what we're doing. So you have the opportunity to join with us and be part of this community, and everybody has an opportunity to earn with HSCC.